Hey traders, Nick again, doing homework on the weekend. Yes, because the weekdays are busy. We're active trading with shared windows. Okay, so RH, a pretty impressive uh, stock at one point. So now it's on down on its luck. I'm not going to tell you if it's a good company or not. You can do that on your own. I'm trying to help out with the levels. Tricky stuff has happened. The sentiment on Wall Street overall is kind of sour. So the hoopla about buying stocks now has a whole bunch of things that are external that are messing it up. We have war going on potentially. That's to say, that's the biggest one right now. And then the Fed, that's secondary. Okay, so what happens? Um, high, lower high, lower lows. So the statement is clear. The sellers are in charge, right? Buyers are in charge. These are facts, not opinions. Let's see if we can find some support. Now, the whole market bottomed on 124, and it was a scary drop. And it was a flash drop. This one, interesting that it hung around a little bit. But between the 124 and 128, there was a big reversal in the market on the weekly candle. And I thought that would stand for a long time. And then we had the war headline, which brought about a bigger flash crash because we crashed through that, which should have been a strong support, and then immediately reversed and closed big on that day and followed it with one definitely big green day and maybe a second one. So that was an immediate rejection. So my statement is that one candle that matches up, which is 224, should be like bulletproof, right? Should be until the next headline, right? So this one was through no fault of its own. This one was with the market itself. So this may have been Bullard or whatever, from the Fed, St. Louis Fed. Um, so we have two huge shakeouts. So if I were holding a bag with RH in it, this would not be the place I would get out. The problem is, it's like $20 from the close 366 to like 349, 348, strong support. It's a big distance, but if I stayed in it from here down to here, I think I will stay some more. However, now the caveat is if it loses this, it raises a whole bunch of questions. What's below here? So these are my lines. I don't remember when I put them. So this was a line I put up here. You see, that was an important line to hold. I probably did a video. I do not remember. This was the target I had for it. They spent some time here trying to hold it. And then at some point in time, I said, you can buy this dip, but you put a tight stop. Because if you lose this, you're going lower. And you went much lower. And then at some point here, I put resistance. Because I do webinars on Sunday, like 2 hours long. And I review about 130 tickers that my members ask for. And somebody must have asked for it. I cannot remember when, but somewhere here they probably asked. I said there would be resistance here, and above it is of course as well. So now the question: if I'm long, what do I do? Too late to panic, but stay concerned. Below here, we have to zoom out to find out what's below here. And so that's that one candle. You can see that for the week was positive. That one big candle was immediately rejected the next day and the next day, and then we closed strong. So we still have, arguably, the real trigger is right below last week's low. So I would be concerned losing last week's low. We have this should be bulletproof. These two should be bulletproof. This one should be bulletproof. So somewhere here lies a bottom, or I shouldn't say that, a strong buyer. But look how high it is still relative to the pandemic breakout. So this was the world perfect before COVID, and then we all went to hell, and then that was wrong, and they're not back to where it was right. So let's say the market, God forbid, something hiccups with the war over the weekend or the next week. This is doable, but on its own, as a trade, it's too late to panic if you can stomach that $20 here. So that's probably the best constructive criticism I can give you or input. So if I wanted to get long, you could convince me to sell a put or something down here to own shares, or a put spread. If you don't know what that is, do your homework. Selling puts is not the way to start learning options. But it is a pretty good way of making money. Okay, so that's about it. Hopefully, the bulls, the fans, will be able to snap out of this selling the rips. So what happens if this pops to here? Let's say I got long here and this dropped, and Monday, Tuesday I get this. I should get out, because that's what's happening. They're selling rips until they prove me otherwise. Get out and wait. If they take this out, okay, good news. If they take this out, all right, they're out. They're out of this descending hell. All right, that's about it.